Spartans in chasing could only face 5.1 overs and lost by 7 runs on the DLS method. So interesting times for the captain, John Mzansi.
I'll tell you what, the players can be happy there's a bit of cloud cover. After 10 days, Pretoria has been cracking flags. It really has been hot. Between 35 and 40 degrees. Today a bit better.
Well, here we go. Nearly time for action. The two opening batsmen are out with me. Vaughan van Jaarsveld, you've assessed conditions here. Your thoughts?
I was just going to play it as it is. Obviously, it's a good wicket here. Going to have a look and see, try and entertain some people.
What you 100? Touche. Here we go. Theatres, the brain, super focused. He's out in the middle already. So let the action begin. Let's head out.
Chris Morris to open up the bowling. He was really good the other night. In particular at the back end of the innings. He picked up 1 wicket, but it doesn't really actually tell you how good he was on the day against the Jolsey Stars. They were trying to accelerate. He managed to get a victory for his team by 24 runs in the end. Very experienced captain, has played a lot of his cricket here as well. That's what they're playing for. It's the MSL trophy, which went to the Jolsey Stars last year in the inaugural tournament. Beautiful piece of silverware. But right at the beginning of the tournament, still a long way to go.
Well, Tunis the brain. 59 games, 133 strike rate. He's a really good cricketer, this guy. He can play all round the wicket. Now the end, you got Vaughan van Jaarsveld. Played most of his cricket. Bringing him in to the Spartan setup. And he's also dynamic. Hits the ball really hard.
Well, the countdown has begun. It's time for the Spartans to show home turf. The play is ready. Crowd starting to come in as well. Two umpires agitating on the field. And Chris Morris taking the new ball. And he's going to be bowling to Tunis de Brain with 1 slip in place at the moment. A third on the boundary, fine leg on the side of the inner ring. Strong offside field for Tunis de Brain. Square leg just next to the umpire for the leg side field in the inner ring. Umpire just making sure that time is exact. Just a slight issue. Chris Morris is not 100% happy with what's actually in front of him. It might just bowler's complain.
No, not at all. There's been once or twice that I've seen sort of one of the advertising boards reflecting. If you get in the fielder's sort of eye line, that's different. But the sun's not out. It's pretty cloudy. Lights are on. So it's a bit of an on countdown. It was the 10-minute countdown.
Chris Morris not happy. The Spartans had their first game rained out, so they come into this game, should be feeling fresh. They've got some points on the board, might take slight pressure off. They will be having to bat first and set at the target.
I suspect this wicket might be a little bit slow to start off with. It was under covers for quite, obviously the rain that fell. So the rain stopped at about 9 o'clock local time here in Centurion. It did heat up, so I suppose it did get a bit of sun today, but it just felt a little bit damp underneath. Generally, this wicket, after dark, it speeds up and slides onto the bat beautifully.
Short and wide. And he goes after it, and he'll get himself 4.
Park, you've got to be tight. Can't give too many freebies. It's an incredibly good wicket. Can't bowl short and wide. Genius the break. Frees his arms. Bounces it. And on the advertising boards. It has been signalled for. The umpire might be having a look at it now. It's really close. With the naked eye, it looked like a bounce just before. You might want to have a look.
Very close indeed. Now he's gone too straight. A bit short and wide previous ball, now he's gone a bit too straight.
Yeah, a slight overcorrection there, Chris Morris.
Oh, he's gone off to the wide one again. Still not the best of deliveries. Got away with it.
Yeah, he did. Chris Morris was fantastic the other day. Poor Elizabeth. Just started off here a little bit loose. That could easily have gone for another boundary. Just wants to tighten up onto that off stump. Get the brain coming forward. Genius the brain loves the square of the wicket. If he can get everything the ball through extra cover, that's his key game. That's the spot, right there. That's what I'm looking for. Slightly fuller, bring him forward. Mr. Brain loves the back foot. Typical South African cricketer, loves the back foot, loves the square bat shots. You bowl short to him, and he will punish you.
Dispense with the slip quite early on. Much better from Chris Morris. Good way to end the over. 6 without loss.
That was the batting lineup. I think you'd probably find that Dean Alger would come in next, and then you would imagine AB de Villiers would come in. Nandra Burger, bowl second over.
So in the first 6 overs, so the power play applies. Only 2 fielders outside of the inner ring are allowed. It's a maximum of 2 fielders outside of the inner ring.
It's a batsman's game, isn't it? 2 fielders outside the ring. Not an easy job to open the bowling. Yes, you've got a new ball in your hand, but sometimes the batters prefer that.
Berger on target quite early on. He's been impressive already so far. He was good last year as well in the few games that he played after Heinrich Nokia went out injured, playing for the Cape Town Blitz. So quite an impressive youngster.
He is. He's a wicket taker. He's not all that quick. He's got good skills. He doesn't bowl many bad ones.
Gives a variation up top as well, which is always handy for the fielding captain. Adrian Holstock, standing, very experienced Adrian Holstock. And standing with him today will be Murray Brown.
That's a good start. Putting his peg in the ground, not giving anything away, bowling a good length, a good line. Asphalt watchful.
Excellently fielded. Fielding's got to be good and back up the bowler who's done so well so far. Junior Dalla moving nicely to his left.
Yeah, it's good cricket all round. It's not a bad delivery. On the up, great shot, Vaughan van Jaarsveld, and then well fielded. Bit of pressure building here in Vaughan from Yarsveld. 5 dot balls. Chinadala, I'll tell you what, he's an athlete, this guy. 4.
Very full and an excellent over. A maiden 6 without loss.
1 run, Yanni. 1 point.
Bit of pressure on the opening batters. Oh, he's got a bit of a leading edge. It's flying away towards the offside, and Tayer takes the catch.
Well, the pressure told, I feel, from the previous over. It's a brilliant over from Berger. Maiden. And this wicket is not as quick, not coming onto the bat because of the rain early on. Playing a bit early, Tinus de Brain, getting a leading edge, back of a length. The shot was probably on. Just playing a touch early, getting a leading edge. It's a pretty good catch. They went quite high, Imran to here. And a big wicket. The dangerous the Brain goes at 6 for 1.
और जोश दिलो तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
आज स्पेशल डे है ना कुछ स्पेशल लगा
फॉग का सेट
पेश है फॉग सेट स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास फॉग सेट
3 after the early loss of Tinus de Brain. He's got a really good record. It's an excellent average, but the strike rate, he'd like to go up a little bit, but his strike rate in the MSL last year wasn't bad at all. He had a good MSL last year. Team's third highest run scorer.
Yeah, I think wrongly boxed, Dinaldo. He's a sort of more long format player. He's a fantastic white ball cricketer. Back in, back of the legs. Tinus de Brain right up that leg side. Got the leading edge. Didn't get out, circle, run to here, took a good catch. Giants, well, they strike first.
He's picking up Dino Goes. Hasn't played a T20 international for South Africa, but I just feel maybe a lot of people think he's just red ball cricketer. He's got a good record domestically with the white ball.
He's a fantastic white ball player, Dinaldo, as I said before, unfairly boxed. Really is a good cricketer.
It's a big appeal as well. And gone through him in the end.
Might have beatable pace. Dinaldo, full toss. This is out. It looked adjacent. It really did look stone dead. You wouldn't often see this. First delivery. A bit surprised was Dinaldo. Chris Morris getting it nice and full. I'm not sure he meant it to be as full as this. Full toss. Swinging in. That is plumb as it gets. Doesn't get plumber than that. That's a pretty easy decision. Dinaldo really surprised by that delivery. He has to go 7 for 2.
बोलिए सर परफ्यूम्स में नया क्या है ब्रांडेड दिखाऊं या कुछ
Some movement there at the moment for Morris.
It's those kind of conditions. It's those kind of conditions. A little bit humid, which is unlike the high fault this time of the year. We've had a lot of rain. Tell you what, most of the people that have come here have come to watch this man. Almost 300 games, strike rate of just under 150. He is Unbelievable, this chap.
He's called through for the run. It's a dangerous, risky run. If that was a direct throw, he would have been in trouble. And that will end the over 8 for 2.
Had problems with his back. And came out and out opening batsman more than long before. As the wicket again. Just swung in a touch. Dipped a little bit on Kinolga. Well, you can't bowl there, David de Villiers.
He is so quick to pick up length. Drop in. Anything slightly short, and he's going to put it away. It's one of his favourite scoring areas as well.
The ball a bit fuller. Get the batsman coming forward, hitting you through extra cover.
Direct throw. There's an appeal from the Giants. It has also gone away towards the boundary. They are going to have a look. It ricocheted off the stumps and went down towards the boundary. So they're going to hope that this is a run out.
Well, this would be a disaster. Vaughan van Jaarsveld, he hasn't got back here. Very lazy, very slow. Must admit. It looked really close to the naked eye. His direct hits are often much closer than you think. There's no run there, clearly. Very slow to get back. So he's got to get back. Does he get back? Oh, I'll tell you what, I think he's just short. We'll have a look here. This will tell us much better. Let's have a look. Vaughan van Jaarsveld's out.
But the question is, what's going to happen with that tail? So this is a really big partnership. Morris didn't have his best of starts, but his second over was excellent. Andre Berger also bowled a maiden, which is the first maiden of this tournament. And now it's up to Imran Tayer.
I think it's a good move. Giants captain putting on his best bowler. He's going to be bowling to the 20 Spartans' best batter. Inside the power play. This is a great move. Mouth-watering contest.
The type of battles you look forward to in teams like this. Tahir, one of the best white ball spinners in the world, and AB de Villiers, one of the best white ball.
If he gets AB out, I think we might stop him at Menden Shopping Centre. Up there in one.
Short, got away with it. Again, a bit of indecision with the.
Yeah, it's not been a good start from the Spartans. Been a bit loose.
That's often ball a quick ball as well. That last one just over 90 kilometres an hour. But it didn't seem to come into the back, possibly just sticking a bit.
Maybe de Villiers normally really quick on the short ball.
Stroke. Changes the over completely now. With one ball to come, there's 7 runs from it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful strike, it really is. Once you're looking for him to nudge him over the clock, just waited. Back foot drive. That is a lovely strike. Picked the gap through extra cover. Fantastic stroke.
A little bit of drift there for Tayer. So decent over for the Spartans. 5 overs gone, 21 for 3.
Looking for Oliver Cooper.
Far eight power play. Captain's in, along with A.B. de Villiers. Zola into the attack. His MSL career just 7 wickets, but his economy is also really good, and he can get it through. Nice shot through the onside. Now it's all about rebuilding, and when we're trying to rebuild, we get the A team in. Dominic Cook and Dane Peets alongside me.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Ed and Dane. Great to be back. Great to see Junior Della. Always a fan of this man. Bit of pace, runs in.
There's a slip in place, so that delivery they cannot please the captain at all. Won the toss and said, no hesitations. John Smith, I'm going to have a ball.
As the game goes on, so that's a brilliant start by the Giants. Perfect, just what John would want. Uses of pace and what's on offer here. A little bit of width as well. Stands tall. Look how tall he is over the bounce. Once he passes the infield here, it races away.
Yeah, mini Titans battle at the moment. Junior plays for the Titans as well as HE, so he expects or knows what's coming. Junior likes to hammer it in here back of a length at Supersport Park.
T20s, you don't sort of acclimatise with that 28 runs. In the power play, the 6 overs, 2 fielders out. So you look like you really want to take advantage of just the 2 fielders and really maybe get a little bit of elevation, punish the bowlers here on the high field. The wickets are generally good. Gone! The Giants, what a start!
Yeah, what a start. Not the start that the new captain wanted. Remember what happened last year? They lost wickets after wickets in power plays. They're doing it again today. Little chip and an easy dismissal.
Yeah, it's a slight field change, taking the slip out and putting a mid-wicket, square leg. And I did class in chipping one to square leg. That's why the Spartans 28 for 4, Carson goes for 12.
Pite. He's out in the middle. I'm going to try my hardest to get this out. Pite van Billion. There you go. 58 matches. I really got it into a tongue twister the other day, but I've been able to get it out. But they're in all sorts of trouble, are the Spartans. Pace. After the toss, I walked past them as they were warming up. He was hitting the glove so hard, was Junior Dalla.
We actually have a joke with Junior around at the domestic scene that this is his stop bowling. This is where he likes to bowl the ball. I remember in the one day cup here, he took like close to 30 wickets in the competition, and 28 of them were short balls. The guys tried to pull him out the ground, but he bowls it quite sharp. Yeah,
it's a heavy ball. He's not the tallest man, but he's so strong. Again, an uncomfortable delivery. The power play comes to an end, and it's Tshwane Spartans' worst ever, 28 for 4. not great reading. Real experience at the top power play is gone, but AB de Villiers is still out there. It's the end of the power play. Move into the next stage of the game where fire fielders can be outside the 30-yard circle.
Let's have a look at that last dismissal. Henri Claassen just chipped it to Chris Morris, and he doesn't drop them. What a performance so far from the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants, and this man on your screen, he'll want wickets, and he'll want AB de Villiers as well. Loves getting big players out.
He's got AB de Villiers out 3 times. All T20s has Imran here. He's just assessing the conditions. It didn't look a typical Supersport Park wicket. It just looked a little slow, and I just saw some of the bowlers go through a few run-throughs and just leaving that little their studs exposed on the surface.
I think it's got to do with the rain that they've been having up here. It tends to play this sort of way when it's quite a bit of rain up here, but it's worked out perfectly for the Giants. He's a real threat in this sort of situation where he can just bowl at a batsman. He really comes into his own in this sort of situation.
He just continues to drive the pressure delivery and the dot delivery, so he can't get out, can't counter punch. Nicely bowled, just slower through the air, just checks his shot, does AB de Villiers. It's 32 for 4.
Based on actual events. After 9/11, everyone was scared.
John Smith won the toss and now is bringing himself on after picking up 4 wickets in the power rate power play.
Yeah, it's been all about Nelson Mandela Bay Giants. Although Tawny Spartans got a couple of boundaries early on. Good catch from Imran here. Just missed a straight ball, a little bit of a swing.
Ball, Johnny.
And it didn't get any better from there, as they did last year in the Mzansi. Relied a lot on AB de Villiers. Lazy hot run out and a little chip to backward square leg. What a performance so far.
Power play summary, just 28 runs and lucrative in the wickets column. Pause in play. I think it's a discussion between the wicketkeeper and the captain as well. Also, the 2 batsmen are having a conversation, trying to deduce what's going on out there.
Having a chat, the umpires, 2 batsmen, whether there's something wrong with the side screen, whether it's lightning in around the ground.
Spartans would be happy with some lightning now, just to have just a pause in the...
This is the issue. Some of the lights have gone off, and that's halted play.
Spartans will be happy just to take a little bit of time out of this game. How they're going to rebuild. John Smuts will be saying, let's get on with this. We're in an ideal position at the moment to play our second game and have 2 wins. So frustrating for the umpires, the crowd.
Are a Spartan supporter who's going to go through some of the highlights, and you want to look away now. This is the leading edge, goes high to the high felt sky, and So here takes a very good catch. Chris Morris evolved quickly. This one, full and straight. Inaldo will be kicking himself how he's missed the full toss there. Even if it is as he does, tries to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, and then backing up on that occasion, Vaughan van Jaarsveld, and a very good throw, directed and gone. The captain of the Spartan, Carson, came in, looked good, but could only find the man at square leg, and again it was Morris taking that particular catch. You want to look away if you're a Spartan batter.
The only thing that they'll be hoping for, that number 4 will be able to get them to some sort of total. Long batting lineup, Roland van der Merwe and Morne Merkel. So apart from a few bulbs that have gone out, they've also a lightning issue as well. 2 for 8 for Chris Morris, the experience of Morris, 1 for 7 for Junior Dalla. So 33 for 4 is where we find ourselves. We're just in the 8th over. Unfortunately, there is lightning around.